Crochet sellers are scamming you. And I'm not referring to all crochet sellers, obviously. But I am sure that you have seen a rise of crochet items that are priced suspiciously low for something that would take hours to make. Don't get fooled, guys.
I'm shocked. I'm shocked.
That's the stuff that has been drop shipped and likely made with unethical labor practices. Hey everyone, if you're new here in the channel, I am Bianca from Crocheniacs, and if you want to learn how to crochet amigurumi from scratch, or if just like me, you love everything amigurumi related, then this is the right channel for you. And I see that this problem is growing fast. Fake handmade crochet is everywhere. And the worst part is that it's hurting real crochet artists and also supporting unfair labor. So in today's video, I'm going to talk about how to spot these fake handmade crochet items, and most importantly, how you can actually support real artists. As a crochet and amigurumi lover, a person who has their own crochet business, I feel really happy when I go to craft fairs and I see that there are more and more amigurumi being created and people selling their projects. It was not that common a few years ago. I started crocheting amigurumi in 2015, so it has been 10 years. And I always loved attending fairs for the handmade products, but also for the food. And it was not that common. When I started crocheting amigurumi, it was not that common to see people selling amigurumi at the fairs, at least in my country, in Brazil. And it has only been 2 years that I'm living here in Finland. But now it's very interesting because whenever I go to a fair, I see many different sellers selling their craft, which is awesome. So you see a rise of crochet interest. I mean, I'll say amigurumi interest because this is the focus of this channel. Like last year, I visited my family in Brazil for Christmas, and I went to a very small Christmas fair, and there were like 5 different stands selling amigurumi, which for me is pretty amazing. But when you see people selling those handmade items like amigurumi at unbelievably low prices, then you start to get a bit worried. Because how is it possible to charge that low for something that is 100% handmade?
I have absolutely no idea.
One thing for sure is that there is no crochet machine. Unlike knitting, because there are knitting machines we can buy like in Zara, for example, knitting outfit. But we cannot find crochet items that were mass-produced.
Yet.
So it means that every crochet piece that you see was made by someone. Whether it is a plushie, a bag, or a hat, someone put a lot of effort into crocheting it. And here's the big problem. If it takes hours to crochet something, how can a person sell it for like $2 to $5? So what happens is some of these people buy crochet items, finished crochet items, in websites like AliExpress, Temu, or whatever, at shockingly low wages, and then resell these products as if they were made by themselves. I also saw some other videos here on YouTube from other YouTubers talking about this issue, and I will leave the link for their videos here in the description. So if you want to learn more about this topic from other people and not just me, I think it's really important if we talk about this issue. So yeah, as I said, I'll leave the link in the description. But I have seen those items before on those websites such as AliExpress, and I was concerned, but I didn't think people were actually buying. Yeah, I was naive. Until I saw this video from a TikToker, which really raised a concern in me about this topic.
I feel scammed right now because we just went to a town art fair, and I usually try and discern what vendors are making things homemade and which ones are clearly just like selling things that they got off of AliExpress. And I saw a vendor, which I saw quite a few vendors with like things like this, or crochet, you know, stuffed animals, characters, whatever, flowers. And I saw this from my mom and I thought it was really cute. And it had like a tag on it, so I'm like, okay, like maybe you made this, I don't know. It was priced $30, which looking back is probably really low if it was handmade. And then I found this for myself, which is really cute. I do actually really like this. But let me show you what the fuck I found with a very quick and easy Google search. Like, are you kidding me? This is like the same fucking thing. I feel so dumb. Like, I thought you made this and you just fucking bought it online. And then I also these, which is what they were selling a lot of, is just like little potted ones in pots that look exactly like this. And then I see that these vendors are from Madison, Wisconsin. We're nowhere near Madison, Wisconsin. We're all the way on the other side of the state. So they're probably buying up all this shit on Temu and then just driving to craft fairs everywhere. And just like, I don't know, it feels scammy. Like, I don't know. I just feel duped. I've been duped.
And some people are even selling in websites like Etsy. While Etsy is supposed to be only for handmade products, and of course these products are handmade, but not from the seller, which is really sad. So how would you tell if a crochet seller is legit or dropshipping mass-produced items? The first thing that I would definitely look is the amount of inventory. Of course, some amigurumi can take just a few minutes. There are some easy and simple amigurumi patterns out there, like my beautiful octopus that is also a free pattern available here in the channel. This thing I can crochet in like 15 minutes. So of course this one is an example of a pattern that can be crocheted quite fast, but not at all amigurumi projects or crochet items in general can be done so fast. But even a fast and simple amigurumi like this, there is like some hours of work involved, the yarn, the pattern, sometimes it's a free pattern and sometimes it's a paid pattern. So if someone is selling for like $1, they're not paying fair wages. And if you see those cheap items online, I think a very good way to spot if they are a crochet legit shop is to look at the behind the scenes. All crocheters have like some sort of social media where they advertise their products. It can be Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, or any other platform. So most of the people show their process, their behind the scenes, the things that they are working. Sometimes these people don't like to put their faces out there. I know lots of people who just show their hands, and I think it's totally fine. I'm okay, of course, because I have a YouTube channel, but some people don't feel that comfortable talking with a camera or showing themselves. And I think it's totally acceptable, but you see that they have consistency in their brand even though they do not show their faces. And of course, if you are in a craft fair, it's a bit more difficult, but usually people in craft fairs, they have some sort of logo or a card where they share their Instagram or any kind of social media, of course. And if they don't have any of those, you can simply ask, oh, that's cute. How long did it take for you to crochet it? Or, oh, this yarn is so soft. What yarn is that? Which brand did you use? Do you take commissions? You can try to talk a little bit more with the person. Maybe you can spot some weird answers out there and realize that they are legit or not. And these are just suggestions. You can try to think of different things to spot if they are true or not. But the thing is that a true crocheter can easily answer those questions. And a fake one, not that much. And it's kind of obvious, but I have to talk about it because in the beginning of the video, I said that it's hurting real crochet artists. And I have to explain all the reasons why. Because what I see is that when this kind of mass-produced items rise in the market, people who know nothing about crochet or handmade expect all products to cost the same. And it makes it harder for real crochet artists to price their products fairly. Or even worse, some people might underpay themselves simply because they cannot compete with those kind of stores. So how can you buy crochet ethically and support real artists? Well, this is the kind of video, of course, I want all my videos to be spread and more people get to know the community of crochet amigurumi. But this is the kind of video that raise awareness, not only for people who like crochet, but people who consume the finished products. So let's share this topic as much as possible, because this is the kind of thing that the world needs to be really aware of. But now I would love to hear from you. Have you ever bought a fake crochet item by accident? Or if you have experiences even purchasing like fake patterns. I know this is a whole new issue that we can maybe talk in another video, because then it would be too much for this one. But I would love to hear from you, your experiences, your stories. So yeah, more and more people get to know that this issue is going on. Thank you so much for watching. And remember to give me a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel so you won't miss any new crochet tutorial, tips and tricks, or even crochet truth bombs like this one that I'm dropping this week. But now I'll leave you this video here because I'm pretty sure you're going to like it too.